Welcome. Hi, this is Sandra Hart at Life Over 60. This time of year, a lot of us are very overwhelmed with everything that's going on around us. We also take time during this holiday season to perhaps think about our lives and where we are at this moment. It's not unusual for us to be thinking about New Year's and our resolutions, and how maybe some of us are in such a rut that we really are in a funk that we can't seem to get out of. Well, I'm going to talk about that today. Please join me. Hello again, this is Sandra. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. This time of year, I think especially a lot of us get into a funk. I know especially I do because I watch all of these videos of families getting together and making big dinners. And Arthur and I, because our children live far away, we just have each other at Christmas plus our dogs. So it's the family time that should be celebrated with your entire family is kind of lost on us because of this. But I have found, especially as I get older, I sometimes get into a funk. And because Arthur and I do the same thing all the time. You know, I have a routine because I am an organized person and I just have to do things by rote. But I do a routine, and I think I've been walking around for a long time on autopilot. Studies say that between 45 and 92% of us, or even 95% of us, walk around on autopilot every day. Think about it. Do you do about the same routine like every morning and every night? Is it kind of the same old for you? Well, they say that most of us humans do that. We get into a routine and we just walk around, not even thinking about it, doing the same thing day in and day out. Now, when you're out and about during the day, that may be different, but I'm talking about morning routines and night routines. Do you know that really is not so healthy for us, because we have such a well of energy within us that really is untapped. But when we switch things out a bit in our lives, it changes the physiology and everything else opens within us. Motivation, focus, energy. It really does happen. So after you watch this video, I want you to sit down and I want you to make a list of your day, usually, maybe just the morning and your evening routines, because during the day we do, have varied things usually that we do. But in the morning, what you do, I know that in the morning, before I do anything else, I have to run down and have a cup of coffee. I take a shower first, but then I have to run down and drink a cup of coffee. I can't take the dogs for a walk. I can't do anything. I have to have that cup of coffee or tea before I can even start my day and think about stepping out the door. My husband, on the other hand, he's up and he's out and he gets the dogs and he's out while I'm still, feeling around trying to make my coffee in the morning. So that is actually my routine. I sat down after I read all of these studies and I thought, you know what? I am so guilty of this. I am so guilty of having a routine and not breaking out of it and not even realizing what I'm doing every day. So last week I started, and you just have to start me 2 or 3 days to see if it works for you. I started switching up my day a little bit. I started maybe taking a little bite of something, maybe a little glass of juice in the morning, and then getting up and out with the dogs. Coming back, sitting, relaxing, then having my coffee, and switching up my whole morning routine. I've even gotten up, and before I do anything, I sit and I meditate in gratitude for about 5 minutes. just in the quiet of the morning, I'll just sit and I'll just be so grateful. And I go through a list of things that I am so grateful. And I ask God to help me get through this day. Now, whatever your spiritual guider is, whatever you feel about your higher power, speak to that higher power just for 5 minutes. Just kind of get yourself centered, get yourself organized, and then start your day. So that is what I've been doing for 2 or 3 days. And do you know what? Since I have changed up just in the morning, now I'm not even talking, I haven't even gotten on my nighttime routine yet, but I'm thinking about it. It has really re-energized me. I am more motivated in the morning and I am more focused and I am a little bit more creative, I think, because I'm not walking around every day on autopilot. I mean, if you do that, it's normal because 95% of us humans do that. But we have inside of us such an untapped well of energy and bursts of energy and creativity that come out if we quit walking around on autopilot. Our minds will be lifted. We will be refreshed. It's amazing how just changing that physiology changes our whole day. We just happen to be living in a time and a space where we are a lot more sedentary than our parents or our grandparents. We have television. We have the internet. We, don't walk very much because we have cars, we have malls, we have shopping centers, and when we go, we try to park as close as we can to the door of the shopping center. So we are not as active as our parents and our grandparents were. So if you can try to be cognizant of that, I have an iPhone, iWatch, and I have it set so that it rings about every hour, or does ring every hour on the hour to remind me to get up from whatever I'm doing, because I sit and I write a lot. I have a blog, I have a YouTube channel. I'm sitting an awful lot. So that when that rings, it forces me to get up and walk around. Even if I just walk around the living room, walk up and down the steps, go up in the bedroom and come back down, or walk into the kitchen and get a glass of water. It just reminds me that I can't be sitting there, that I have to be moving. And that actually is also good for my cardio health. So both of those things are good because I find that because I'm kind of a calm on the outside, not so calm on the inside, but I'm more of a laid back person and I love to read, I love to write. So all of these creative outlets that I have are very sedentary. So I am trying to switch it up a bit so that I'm not sitting as much as I do. Now, when you cook, of course, you're standing up. You're standing up in the shower. There's some things where you just absolutely cannot lie down or sit down to do. But try to be aware of how much of your day you are walking around on autopilot. If we break that pattern of not moving, our focus will be better. Our motivation and energy that is in there within our body and just screaming to come out will be released. It's just that simple. Just switching it up a bit. I know that I walk around on autopilot probably for a long, long time. But I have noticed, and I am determined now that I'm back from Cleveland, that I am going to do everything I can to get back that energy, to get that motivation going, and to expand my creativity, because I am a creative person, and that's my mojo. That's what keeps me rolling. So whatever your mojo is, do it. Switch it up a bit. Change your day just just try it for 2 or 3 days to see if you're feeling any different, to see if that change in your physiology opens up a well that you never even realized existed within yourself. We are all on a journey, aren't we? I mean, I have my journey, you have your journey, and each of us, we're going to be walking our own, having our own travels, walking down our own paths. But we are all here to help one another, to help support each other in our dreams and our good health and our being able to live the best life over 60 that we can. I want you to come along with me on my journey, and I want to travel with you along with you on your journey, no matter what it will be. So let's do this together. Let's switch up and see if we can stop walking around on autopilot, lift us from any type of funk or depression that we might be in, so that we can lead a better life. And I have to put into this video because next Tuesday, I am going to be doing a giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a couple of the outfits that I got from Eva Trends. They really are both very nice outfits. I love them both. One of them actually was not exactly great for my body type, but the quality of the dress is wonderful, and it really is nice. And if you have the right body type for this and you can accessorize it and switch it up, that's wonderful. And the coat is absolutely dreamy, but because I live in such a warm climate, I really probably won't get that much wear out of it. But it is absolutely beautiful, and it's so boho and so nice. So I'm going to be having a giveaway, but everyone who can participate in that giveaway has to be subscribed to my channel before that video goes up, and that will be next Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me. To be good to yourself today. And sit down and write a list of, check yourself to see how much you are on autopilot in the morning and at night with your routines. Be kind to anybody that crosses your path today. And of course, to always share the love. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Take care, and I will see you in my next video. And if you would like to subscribe, please, push the subscribe button and then that little bell next to it so that you will be notified when I put up my next video. Take care and have a beautiful, beautiful day.